Chapter 30. Incidents leading to a rebellion. When Yao Zhong was ushered into the star-picking mansion, he kowtowed to the king. Yi Chang's dead. His son Ji Fa has succeeded him, and has given himself the title of King Wu. Many nobles have already acknowledged him. This is going to cause a lot of trouble in the future. I'm extremely worried by this news and suggest that you send a punitive force. If you don't take action in time, the others will follow suit. He warned the king. What can Ji Fa do? He's just a young whippersnapper scarcely off his mother's milk. King Zhou said scornfully. Though he's young, Jiang Ziya's thoughtful, San Yishang's highly educated, and Nan Gongquo's very brave. We must be on our guard against them. Yao Zhong argued. You may be right, but Jiang Ziya's only a sorcerer. He can do nothing. King Zhou said, dismissing his words. Yao Zhong left the star-picking mansion, sighing deeply. Ji Fa will surely be the man who brings this dynasty to an end. Time passed swiftly, and it was soon New Year's Day of the 21st year of the reign of King Zhou. It was a day of celebration when all the ministers entered the palace to extend their greetings to the king, and their wives offered their greetings to Queen Daji. When the officials and their wives completed the congratulatory formalities and withdrew from the palace, trouble began. Lady Jia, wife of Huang Feihu, had entered the palace to offer her greetings to Daji. Huang Feihu's sister was concubine Huang of the West Palace, and as the two women could only meet this once each year, they always spent several hours talking together. As usual, Lady Jia first went to see Daji before visiting her sister-in-law. When a palace maid reported, "Your Majesty, Lady Jia's awaiting your permission to enter." Daji asked, "Who's Lady Jia?" "Lady Jia's the wife of Huang Feihu." Daji nodded to herself. "Huang Feihu, you set your wild eagle on me and scratched my face, but today your wife will walk straight into my trap," she ordered. "Admit, Lady Jia." After the greetings, Daji asked Lady Jia to sit down. "How old are you, Lady Jia?" "I'm 36, Your Majesty." "You're 8 years older than I. You should be my elder sister. Would you agree to becoming my sworn sister?" "Oh, Your Majesty. How dare I? You're the queen, while I'm only an ordinary woman. A peasant in the wilderness certainly cannot be a match for a beautiful phoenix." Lady Jia protested. "You're too modest, my lady. Although I am queen, I'm only the daughter of Marquis Su Hu, while you're wife of a prince, relative of His Majesty. You're a member of the aristocracy, not an ordinary woman." She entertained Lady Jia. They had drunk 4 or 5 cups of wine when a palace maid reported, "His Majesty approaches." Lady Jia was flustered. "Where shall I go to avoid him?" "Don't worry, sister. You may take cover in the rear hall." When Lady Jia had hidden herself in the rear hall, Daji welcomed the king in. He saw the cups and dishes on the table. "Who were you drinking with?" "Lady Jia, wife of Prince Huang Feihu." The table was cleared and set again. King Zhou toasted Daji, but she asked, "Have you ever seen Lady Jia, Your Majesty? How can you ask such a thing? According to the rites, the king may not see the wife of his subject." "You're right, Your Majesty. But Huang Feihu's sister is your concubine. Lady Jia's your relative. As her brother-in-law, you may see her without violating the rites. This is quite in keeping with ordinary customs. You may leave here temporarily. I'll induce Lady Jia to ascend the star-picking mansion. You can go there and take her by surprise so that she hasn't the chance to avoid you. She's extraordinarily beautiful." King Zhou retired to a side court in great delight, and Daji called Lady Jia to come out. Lady Jia thanked Daji and bade her farewell, but Daji said very earnestly, "We meet each other only once a year. How can you leave me so soon? Come with me to the star-picking mansion and look at the beautiful scenery. Won't you come, sister?" Lady Jia had no choice but to follow Daji to the star-picking mansion. As she walked along the upper balcony, Lady Jia looked down and saw the writhing serpents in piles of human skeletons. An eerie wind blew from the wine pool and a chill rose from beneath the meat forest. She was scared. "Your Majesty, what's that pit down there for?" she asked. "In order to maintain discipline, I invented this serpent pit as a means of punishment. Anyone who violates the palace discipline is stripped and bound and thrown into the pit to feed the serpents." Daji's explanation frightened Lady Jia. She wanted to leave at once, but Daji ordered that wine be brought in. "I know you're going to the West Palace to see your sister-in-law, but do sit down and have a few more cups first, and then I'll see you off." Lady Jia could do nothing but comply. In the West Palace, concubine Huang had been waiting for her sister-in-law but received word that Lady Jia was being entertained by Daji in the star-picking mansion. She was greatly alarmed. "Daji's an extremely jealous and evil woman. How can my sister be drinking with her?" She wondered and sent her maid to obtain further news. As Daji and Lady Jia drank, a palace maid announced the arrival of His Majesty. Lady Jia looked around in fright. "Don't panic, sister. Wait for me out on the balcony. As soon as His Majesty's gone, you may leave. You needn't worry so much." Daji soothed her. The king entered the hall and took a seat at Daji's side. "Who's that standing outside by the rail?" "That is the wife of Prince Huang Feihu," Daji replied. Forced now to make an appearance, Lady Jia had to bow before King Zhou. The king looked at Lady Jia with his lustful eyes and found her really beautiful. "Please take a seat," he ordered. "Your Majesty," she replied. "You're the king. How could I dare sit in your presence?" "Sister, there's nothing wrong with you taking a seat," Daji urged. "Why do you call her sister?" King Zhou asked. "Lady Jia's my sworn sister and your sister-in-law. She can certainly sit down before you," Daji explained. Lady Jia could see the situation clearly. "So I've fallen into her trap," she thought. She knelt down and said, "I came to the palace to offer my greetings out of respect to my superiors. I beg your Majesty to observe the rites and allow me to leave here at once." "Don't be so modest, sister. If you don't sit down, then I'll have to stand up and toast you," King Zhou said encouragingly. Lady Jia flushed with anger, feeling humiliated. "My husband's a noble and great man. How can I endure insult from the tyrant like this?" She thought and decided that she could not possibly leave the palace alive. King Zhou poured a cup of wine and offered it to Lady Jia with an alluring smile. Lady Jia had no room to retreat. She grabbed the cup and threw it straight in the king's face. "Tyrant! My husband served for your kingdom well, yet without rewarding him, you try to insult his wife," she cursed. "Tyrant, you and Daji are bound to meet your doom before long." In great wrath, King Zhou ordered, "Seize her at once. No one dare touch me." Lady Jia screamed, then turned and ran to the balcony railings. "Husband, I'll protect the honor of your name and my chastity with my life. Alas, my poor children. There'll be no one to take care of you," she cried and leapt. King Zhou felt great remorse, but it was already too late. News soon reached the West Palace, and concubine Huang wept bitterly. "Daji, you cheap bitch. You hate my brother and take revenge on his wife." She rushed to the star-picking mansion and went straight upstairs to see King Zhou. "You damned tyrant," she swore, pointing her finger at him. "To whom do you owe the peace and security of your kingdom? My brothers repulsed the pirates on the sea in the east and subdued the savage tribes in the south. My father Huang guns commander at Jiapai Pass. He trains his troops day and night for the security of your rule. Every member of the Huang family is loyal to you. Today Lady Jia came to the palace to offer her greetings. But you tyrant, were encouraged by that cheap hussy to cheat her into coming up here. You're so lustful that you totally disregard the ethic governing human relationships. You're a humiliation to your deceased ancestors, and your name'll be dirt in the history books of the future." Concubine Huang's curses left King Zhou dumbstruck. Seeing Daji beside him, she then pointed her finger at her. "You cheap bitch. You tumb the palace into chaos and poison His Majesty's mind. My sister died tragically as the result of your dirty trick." She rushed over, seized Daji, and struck her. As the daughter of a general, she was very strong. She knocked Daji to the ground, and the punches rained down. Though Daji was a specter and could beat Concubine Huang with ease, she could not do it before King Zhou. "Help! Help! Your Majesty!" she pleaded pitifully. The king rushed over to mediate. "It had nothing to do with Daji. Your sister offended me so much that she felt scared and killed herself by leaping from the balcony. It's not Daji's fault," he explained. But in her anger, Concubine Huang acted without thinking and landed a punch in King Zhou's face. "You tyrant!" she screamed. "You're still trying to defend the bitch. I'll beat her to death to pay for the life of my sister." King Zhou was furious. "How dare you strike me, you wretched woman!" He grabbed her hair with one hand and her arsk bees with the other, lifted her up and hurled her from the balcony. She died at once. King Zhou then sat down in silence. Though he was filled with remorse, he was unwilling to reproach Daji. Meanwhile, the attendants who had accompanied Lady Jia to the palace were still waiting for her in the 9-chamber hall. They waited until dusk, but she failed to return. A maid appeared from the inner palace and asked them who they were. "We're from the mansion of Prince Huang Feihu. We're waiting for Lady Jia," they replied. "You'd better return home." Lady Jia's committed suicide by throwing herself from the star-picking mansion. Concubine Huang then had an argument with His Majesty, and he threw her off the building too.